Hello everyone, thanks for taking the time to check out this video. Welcome to my channel, Me and My Jackets. My name is Chris. We talk all about all different types of outdoor technical apparel here on this channel. We look at jackets from Arc'teryx and Rab and Patagonia and Helly Hansen and a few others, along the way. So if you're interested in all that kind of stuff, please check out my videos. I have a ton of stuff here for you guys. But anyway, today's video is pretty interesting, I think. We're going to do something pretty cool here. I have a whole bunch of different light to, mid-lightweight synthetically insulated jackets from Arc'teryx, Rab, and Patagonia. And I'm going to try to compare them in terms of their warmth. So I just briefly want to get into what my criteria for warmth is. So for everybody, the term warmth is very subjective. It means something different to everybody. What might be warm for me might not be warm for you. Okay, everything is a little bit different. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint, this one is warmer than that one, and that one is warmer than that one. But what I'm going to try to do here is explain to you some of the characteristics of each one of these jackets and why I feel this one might be a little warmer than that one, kind of thing. Now, the warmest might not always be the best, right? It depends on what you need, what you're using it for. If you are just casually walking around, your block, and you have a, a 60-gram GSM insulated jacket on, and it's 50 degrees, you're probably going to be pretty comfortable. But if you're wearing that same jacket while doing a high output activity, climbing up the side of a mountain, you're probably going to be sweating. Right? It's probably going to be too warm. So it's the same jacket, right? But in different uses, they have different warmth, depending on how your body is regulating heat, how much heat you are in sweat you are generating. So there's different differences. For me, for this test, basically I wore all these jackets outside one night. The temperature was in the low 50s. It wasn't freezing. It was in the low 50s. But there was a little wind, and the real field temperature was more like the mid to upper 40s. All right, at 47, 48 degrees. So it was chilly. Okay, and again, these are lighter weight synthetic jackets. So we're not talking like I'm putting on a big heavy winter down jacket out here. I think the temperature was appropriate for, the weight of these jackets for this test. Basically, the way I looked at the warmth is, since I was just casually, leisurely walking around my yard with each one of these jackets, I'm not generating a lot of body heat, right? So for me, I was trying to just see which jackets were capable of maintaining my body heat and which jackets maybe were not maintaining my body heat that well, and I felt cool in them. So that was kind of the way I looked at it. If the jacket was able to keep me comfortable, then I knew it was maintaining my body heat. Right? And if I felt cool, then it was a little too light. All right? So, again, I kind of ranked these jackets from the warmest to the coolest. That may not mean the best to the worst. Okay? It depends on your usage. So, if my warmest jacket, if you're doing a high output activity, you might be sweating. Right? My lightest jacket, if you're doing that high output activity, you may be perfectly comfortable in whatever, weather condition you're in. So it really depends on your use, okay? I can't stress that enough. But I'm hoping that this video will give you like a little guideline as to, the weight and also the way the jackets are designed, whether they're breathable or not, and which ways they breathe, as to what might be better for your own application. So hopefully you can take this information here and apply it to your own needs. All right, that's what I'm hoping to help you with. So we have basically 4 different jackets from Arc'teryx. We have the Nuclei FL. We have, that's this guy right here. We have the Proton LT. We have the Atom LT, the Atom SL, and then we have 2 from Patagonia. This is the Nano Puff, and this one is the Micro Puff, and then 2 from Rab, the Zen Air Alpine and the Zen Air Alpine Light. So we're going to look at all of these jackets and kind of, like I said, a comparison. It's not which one is better, okay, because there's no such thing. It just depends on your use. All right. So the way I kind of rank these things, in my own opinion, is the Rab Zen Air Alpine was the warmest. All right. And it kind of makes sense because this is the heaviest insulation. This is a 100 gram per square meter insulation, Primaloft Gold Active Plus insulation in here. So it's 100 GSM. This is the heaviest weight insulation of all these jackets. So is this the warmest to me? Yeah, it was warm. It was really nice. The thing is with this jacket is that it is a very breathable jacket. So it's made for high output activities in colder conditions. So while it is breathable and it does allow air, permeability through this jacket, with that 100 grams of insulation, it still kept me really warm. I didn't feel the cold wind in here at all. I was perfectly comfortable in this. So I made this one, the top of my list as far as warmth. And this is also just a really great jacket. It's really comfortable. It fits great. It has some layers on room for layers underneath it. Sorry, and it's just all around a great feeling jacket. So this is very similar to the Arc'teryx Proton LT, which is also a very breathable jacket with 80 grams of core loft insulation. So we'll get to that one in a minute. So again, all right, this would be the top of my list as far as warmth. All right, now moving down, one level down, my next pick was the Arc'teryx Nuclei FL. Now this jacket is really incredible because it has 65 GSM core loft insulation in it. It's pretty amazing its warmth to weight ratio in this jacket, considering this is 65 GSM and this one was 100, and this one is almost just as warm. The difference is this is not very breathable. So this jacket is going to hold in that heat really well, and this jacket is incredible at blocking the wind. So while it's a lighter insulated jacket, it does not breathe much at all. So it really is going to hold in that heat, and it's extremely lightweight. So this was a really, really cool jacket. I definitely like this one. All right, so we went from the Zen Air Alpine to the Arc'teryx Nuclei FL. All right, moving down the list, my next one is the Patagonia Micro Puff. Now this jacket is a really lightweight jacket, and it's a pretty interesting insulation in here. it has a synthetic insulation that basically mimics down. And it also has a, since it's a synthetic insulation, it also can repel moisture. So it will still keep you warm if it gets wet, whereas a real down jacket loses all its insulation qualities if it gets wet, because the down clumps up and just it loses all its fluff. But this is a very interesting insulation in this jacket. Like I said, it mimics down, but it is synthetic, and it is a really warm jacket. The nice part about this jacket is that it is totally, you know, synthetic insulation all around you. Okay, there is nothing. Some down jackets have a mix of synthetic insulation mapping in it, but since this isn't real down, it's all synthetic down that acts, synthetic insulation that acts like down. So this is a really warm and lightweight jacket. All right. All right. From there, my next little level down is the Proton LT. Now, this was kind of a funny situation between this one and that Patagonia Micro Puff. This actually probably has a little heavier insulation in it. This is a really nice warm jacket, but it is extremely breathable. It's probably one of the most breathable jackets in the industry. So while it is nice and warm if you are just, you know, casually outside, this is a really nice jacket. But if it's cold and windy, you will feel some of the cold air through it a little bit, right? It's gonna breathe a little bit. So it's not quite as warm as it would be if it was more like windproof, all right? So that's why I chose the Patagonia Micro Puff, just slight edge over this Arc'teryx Proton LT in warmth, because that is gonna stop the wind all around, all right? That fabric is wind resistant, and this one is not so much, all right? So again, it depends on your usage. This is a really nice warm jacket, and it's made for high output activities. Just like the Zen Air Alpine at 100 GSM, this is 80 GSM. But again, they're very breathable. So that breathability just lowered it for me a little bit, because I know when I've been outside in this in a cold wind, I feel a little chilly, all right? When it's not really windy and I'm not doing high output activities, it's a nice jacket. It's very comfortable, and it definitely keeps me warm. All right. Alrighty. Moving on down the list. Okay. So my next jacket here is going to be my Atom LT from Arc'teryx. So this is 40 GSM, and it has a really nice, this is a great feeling jacket. You just put this on, and like the Zen Air Alpine, but this is really nice and soft. It's light. This is one of my favorite jackets. So it's a nice warm jacket all around. It's great for just about anything. It's really a versatile jacket. Now this jacket does have fleece panels down the sides, all right? So if I open it up, you can see the black panel here is just a fleece panel. Now that fleece allows it to breathe. So this jacket, along with my next one down, the Patagonia Nano Puff, are fairly similar in weight. I think the insulation in this is just slightly a little bit warmer, but this jacket this Patagonia does not have fleece panels. It's fully insulated 100% all around the jacket. So even though that this feels like it's a little heavier insulation, and it's definitely a nice warm jacket in the body and in the arms, these fleece panels here do allow cold air in, okay? So again, depending on your usage, all right? If you're going to wear this jacket standalone in cold, windy days, you're going to feel a chill in here. There's no doubt. All right. If you have a light soft shell to put over top of this on those cold, windy days, that's really, really nice. Okay. My Gamma Lightweight, or Gamma SL, and my Gamma MX, I wear on top of this all the time, and they are awesome. All right, so that breathability can be a plus, can be a minus. All right, if you're doing high output activities, this is going to really help it to breathe. If you're just casual leisure wear in town on a cold, windy day, you're going to feel the chill here. All right, but I did feel that this jacket, just because of its comfort level and everything, was just slightly higher on my little scale than the Patagonia Nano Puff. All right, so let me throw that one on. All right, so here's the Patagonia Nano Puff. Again, it's a really nice jacket. It has a synthetic insulation, lightweight, all around the jacket, and it's a nice, comfortable piece. But it is a lighter weight insulation, okay? I believe this was a 40-gram insulation, GSM insulation. But it's pretty windproof, okay? This material is pretty windproof, so it does block the wind really well. And, you know, it has a nice amount of warmth to it. I just didn't quite feel as warm in this as I do in my Atom LT when it's not windy. Okay, when it's not windy, I think the Atom LT is just slightly, little bit warmer to me. All right, so we got two more jackets here. We're moving right on down the line. From here, we are going to the Rab Zen Air Alpine Light. Now this too is a 40 GSM synthetic insulated jacket. And this is a really nice jacket all around, okay? Again, it's the Zen Air line from Rab, just like this Zen Air Alpine here. They are breathable, all right? They are extremely breathable jackets. So again, in a cold wind, you know, these things are meant to have air permeability, all right? So it's not the warmest thing ever in that cold, windy day. But if you're doing a high output activity, you can't beat these breathable jackets, all right? The Zen Airs, the Proton LT from Arc'teryx, they are great when it comes to breathability and high output activities. So, again, it depends on your use, okay? Now, any one of these breathable jackets, they're great at kind of regulating their own temperature and your body temperature. So they really work well in keeping you comfortable in many different situations. Having a light shell, hard shell, soft shell, either way, over top of these is going to add a lot of benefit when it comes to blocking that cold wind and holding in some more heat. So even though this jacket on a cold, windy day may not be enough for you as far as warmth, by adding a lightweight soft shell over top of this, you'll benefit greatly from that. Now, a lot of shells are also breathable as well, but they do block the wind. So any of the hot moisture vapor from your body can come out. All right? All right. Finally, one last jacket here is my Arc'teryx Atom SL. Okay, so the Arc'teryx Atom SL is a super lightweight jacket. It is also 40 GSM, core loft insulation, and in the main body. The reason why this jacket ranked down on the bottom for me is because it only has insulation in the front and in the back. These side panels are all a stretchy, very lightweight fleece that runs all the way up the side and all the way down the underside of the sleeve. So it is very breathable, all under, you know, the side from the bottom all the way up to into the sleeve. Also, the sleeves don't have any insulation in it at all. They actually just have a lining inside. I don't know if I can pull this up. It has a kind of like a perforated lining inside the sleeve. So here's my fleece, okay, my lightweight stretchy fleece here, and here's the lining that comes around the rest of the sleeve. So on a cooler day with, you know, a little windy, little breezy, cooler day, my arms feel colder. Okay, like I feel the cold through the arms and through the side of this jacket. Really nice lightweight jacket for the summer, right? When it's warmer outside, but maybe you have a little cool night, or you're down by the beach and there's a little breeze and you just need a little extra warmth. This is perfect, at least for me. Okay, that's one of my uses for it. High output activities, this is going to be great. All right, but again, just taking that leisurely walk, you know, in a cold, chilly night with a cold wind, yeah, your arms, you know, and your sides, you're going to feel the cold. So is it bad? No, it's just the way it's designed, and it's meant for different activities. All right, so, you know, again, this jacket being the lightest might be the best option for you for what you're doing as compared to, you know, this Zen Air that's the warmest. It just depends. All right, so I can't stress that enough. That's the whole point of this video. And I'm trying to give you, you know, a different idea. So the jackets that are breathable are definitely meant for high output activities. Some of the jackets, you know, have the fleece down the sides. They definitely can breathe as well. You have jackets that are fully insulated with no fleece panels, and they're insulation totally around the jacket, and they do block some wind. You have stuff like that. And then we have, which I think is a really unique jacket all its own, is the Arc'teryx Nuclei FL, which is not a breathable jacket, but incredibly warm for its weight. And its ability to block the wind is outstanding. So we have all different extremes here, but they're all the same kind of range. Light to, you know, medium lightweight, synthetically insulated jackets. From here we get up into more of the heavier winter jackets, over 100 GSM insulation, like the Atom AR is, you know, 120 grams. There's the Nuclei SV, which is 180 grams insulation. So then we start getting into like heavier winter coats. But these are all the little kind of medium weight. All right. So that's going to wrap it up here. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. I hope you got a little information and some good points and some different jackets here to look at. Also keep in mind that on my channel here I have a video, a separate individual video on every one of these jackets individually. If you want more information, you want to take a little closer look at it, you can certainly see it here on another video on my channel. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope we'll see you back again soon in another video. Take care, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.